Homesteaders of America Conference is awesome. We have a few things we want to show you though. Been some amazing experiences for us. We were camping with some other homesteaders. We had a campsite and there were several there, and we had some good friends, the Haulers.
Good friends. They're family now.
Family.
Ben and Meg and all their boys. We discovered something pretty amazing about Ben one night.
He hit it very well. We didn't know until he pulled it out, and we learned.
He can play the guitar. So you'll get to experience some of that on this video. We also went to many workshops, learned so much, and one of the workshops that Jim went to was an all-day workshop. As you know, he was going to go learn about how to take care of a pig. But you didn't, that's not what they talked about, right?
We took half a hog and we totally broke it down for dry curing, and there were some choices, all kinds of Italian names of different types of cuts. I don't know them all. I've got to learn them.
He videoed the whole
Prosciutto
thing.
was one of them, but there were others, and I don't know them all.
So,
but it was enjoyable.
It was with hand hewn with Andy and Doug.
If we were going to render this for leaf fat, we would trim off anything with meat or blood on it. So there's nothing that's going to taint the flavor of the fat. And then on a lot of occasions, we just run this thing through our grinder, grind all that fat, put it in a crock pot or a slow cooker of some sort, and just render it all out. But spine a little bit. You want to get up to these feather bones, and the feather bones come straight out this way. And don't be afraid, if you're not quite sure where to go, you can always put down the knife and move things around.
Okay.
And see where the bone is moving. It gives you a better idea of the shape of it.
It's really hard to see back then. I'm amazed at how I thought it was a lot more complicated than it is. It's not that complicated. Some of it's painstaking, some of the cuts that you have to do. So
as you will see him cutting
so that you don't ruin more meat than you need to or that you should. You have to be very careful about. A lot of them are very easy though. But getting it prepared, it takes a while. There's a lot that you have to know and understand. But wow, the process, it's relatively scientific. I mean, it's very precise calculations you do based on the weight and how much salt and so forth that you add into it so you can dry cure it. But the taste that they had out of their meat were fantastic. It was very impressive.
I just want to say a personal thing about Andy and Doug.
Oh wow, yeah.
Overall, the people that we met at this homestead were like, come on into my home and just move in. I mean, that's the feeling of these people. These are two of the nicest men I have ever met.
One thing you need to know about them is that this butchering stuff is not their job. Both of them, they have day jobs.
One is an art teacher for school.
Yeah, and the other does carpentry as well as a few other things.
Really?
I mean, he's running the farm as well, but this butchering is a weekend, and it's not a job for them.
No,
I mean, this is their
enjoyment. Enjoyment.
Well, it's beyond enjoyment. They recognize that the number of families that are raising their own pigs is like minuscule compared to what it used to be really not that long ago. And the slaughtering and putting up of your own meats from a pig. People just don't do it. Their mission in life is to help people know how easy it is to do and how beneficial it is to do it as well, and how economic it is to do it. So it's their mission, it's their goal to help people know that. And
we felt helped. Huh?
Yes, we felt very helped.
So even though it was just about the dry curing, there was only 8 people in his class, so he got to pick their brain all day, and they love giving their brain to people.
Oh wow, they do. They know a lot.
I went up to them later and I said, so I don't know how to make sausage. Do you have a recipe? He picked up a piece of paper and he wrote me down the recipe. I'm
very
so excited.
They tend to be fully booked. They're booked pretty much through the rest of 2018 and then the early parts of 2019 when there would be processing that would be going on. So a lot of people are interested in having them come and take care of things for them. I am seriously considering about hosting a workshop at our homestead in the
2019
winter of 2019-2020, depending on, it's probably for us because as cold as it gets here in January, February, it's more like November, December. Yeah. So anyway, hosting one here, having a workshop with them here. So I'm going to be looking into that. I'm going to have to schedule ahead. So if anybody is interested in attending a workshop like that with them, then let me know. I haven't worked out the pricing yet. But
I don't think it'll be as much here as it is to go to Connecticut.
Yeah, Connecticut was pretty expensive. So we can definitely sell.
No, not New Hampshire. That's
it was New Hampshire. Sorry, New Hampshire.
Lumna Acres is.
Anyway, it's something we definitely can do. Something we're looking at. So if you're within an easy drive, being able to have a 2-day workshop in Southwest Missouri, let me know that you're interested in this. In a year. That'd be like next winter. So learning how to totally process a hog, from hog is standing there eating to hog is in the freezer. We're going to learn how to do that.
Also, really quick, if you would like to be part of the processing for the 2 pigs we're doing this year without their help, but just then let
spectators,
us know too.
Somebody can help us pick up and move around, that type of thing.
Let us know also.
But if you know what you're doing, that we appreciate that. But if you want to come
a charge,
and get your feet wet to see walking through the process, you're certainly welcome. Let us know. Obviously, we can't have 200 people gathered around here, but certainly
I doubt that would be.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But certainly, if there are a few folks who'd like to come and to observe, that would be very possible. So, date's not scheduled yet. We're still working that out. It depends really on the pigs.
We are home. And
oh, thank goodness. Long drive.
We are very grateful to be home on our homestead. And we have 2 more videos to come. One, which is a follow-up of coming home and finding our homestead and how we found it, which was in very good condition. And
which, by the way, really thrills us. This has been our dream, to be where we had friends around who were participating with us in the homestead, who could step in when we weren't here to take care of things. And in fact, I just had a phone call from what I'm saying, are you there to do night chores? We were getting ready to come over if you weren't. So it was really kind of cool.
And then the other video is a video that we'll be having come out within 2 days. And it is
That's quite a commitment. You're going to be ready?
I think so.
Okay.
It's a special video that we did with a homesteader that was there who had Lyme disease. He found another person there who has Lyme disease, and Rebecca and Justin Rhodes also came, and so we have these 3 that had Lyme disease, and then Rebecca is talking about it and how what you look for, what you do to heal it, and how you live with it. So that's a panel that we have coming up.
All 3 of them very committed to helping people be aware of Lyme disease so that you can learn how to avoid it, and if unfortunately you contract it, knowing how to deal with it, all the way from the beginning of working with the medical professionals to getting yourself to the point that you're actually able to get back to normal functioning.
So tune in with us in just a couple of days and you'll get to see that. And believe me, it's prevalent. One of our other friends was just bit by one, and one of our sons was just bit by one. So it is something we need to know about. And Rebecca and Justin were kind enough to step in with this other 2 people and put a little panel together for us at the end of the Homestead Conference.
So be looking for this one. It's a good one. Definitely, you know, one of our son who was recently bitten and is now with undergoing medical treatment, he was on a business trip. He lives in Washington. Probably not a lot of ticks with Lyme disease there, but he was working in North Carolina? South Carolina for a short while. And he got back home and he had a tick that had embedded on him. So he's undergoing, you know, the kind of treatments, preventive kind of treatments. Hopefully nothing develops from
Well, he has pain right now.
He's having pain?
In his foot, yeah.
Man.
So
unfortunate, kind of a sad thing to see, but it can happen. That's the point, and the awareness. This is a lifelong disease. It doesn't go away.
All right. That was not a good note to end on, but tune in.
Let's get happy, though. There are great things.
We're home.
We're home.
We're home.
Yay, we're home.